Welcome back to episode 2 of GM Leafer taking over the San Jose Sharks. Now, we've had some comments come in from last video that I do want to acknowledge real quick. We have Radiator Savage 007 telling me to move Musty to the second line and first PP. He told me he is going to cook. So that is the first thing we are going to do in this episode. We are going to send up Quentin Musty to the second line, and we are going to throw him on to the first power play here. So there it is, changing current lines. Quentin Musty's right there. We'll have him play in the middle, I guess. And I know it's a -3, but we'll keep it like that for the time being. With the trade deadline coming upon us, we've had another comment come in from the CC Production CC telling me to get rid of Leddy and Klingberg. I think that is a good move. We want to get rid of a bunch of our vets. This team is not making the playoffs. And if we're looking at our roster here, I mean, defensively, yeah, if we get rid of Leddy and Klingberg, we are getting rid of two guys that are playing in the NHL right now. But we can bring up some guys from the minors. Jack Thompson maybe can get a shout in the NHL towards the end of the season. We got Havlet. I think he might be a little too young still. Maybe we just get a defenseman back in return as well. So that is a definite possibility. Now, looking at Dmitry Orlov, could we get something back for him as well? He does have a no trade clause, so he's a 17 teams no trade list. He's got 2 years left, so if we don't move him this year, we could definitely move him next year if the team is still not in a great position. So I think for the time being, we're going to keep Orlov. He's 34. Unless an offer comes in that blows our socks off, we're going to keep him for the time being, I think. Now, quickly before we head into the trade deadline, I just want to check our trading block. I can't really remember who we had on there. So Nick Leddy, we got Klingberg, we got Skinner, Goudreau. I'm going to throw on Dmitry Orlov as well, like I said, just in case there is a good shot at getting a decent return back in him. So he has a clause. I just want to talk about the clause in his option. Let's see what this does. What about my clause? Is there another team you'd be willing to be traded to? Can you provide us 2 more teams for your list? Can you provide us 3 more teams? We would like you to waive your new no move clause. Now, management morale, do we want to go down -10? I don't really know. We're going to ask him to waive it to see if he'd be down to. He does not want to, so he wants to see a future here as a 34-year-old defenseman. So we can't put him on the block for now. It is what it is. Again, if we find a team that he's good with moving to, that's great. If not, we keep him, I guess. All right. I don't know who gave him the no move clause, the no trade clause to 17 teams. I'm not sure. So we're gonna sim another month here. The trade deadline is coming upon us again. The Sharks not doing too hot. 22, 28, and 4 for the time being. We win 8-6 over the Avs. Okay, we got Nick Cousins being placed on waivers. 1 year left. 79 overall. I mean, if we bring him in, fits the top 6 forwards, all penalty killing lines, I'm going to take him. We got the cap space. If we can move him at the deadline for a pick, that'd be great as well. You know, some teams passed him up on waivers. If we could get rid of him for even like a 6th or 7th round pick, that's some nice, clean trading from GM Leafer, if you ask me here, right? So that's the Olympic break done and over with. I wonder who won the gold medal. Who knows? 4-0 win against Calgary here. Okay, we're winning some games. So we are 24, 29, and 4. Looking at our division, we are at the bottom of it. We are currently tied last in the NHL with the Sabres. The Rangers are ahead of us there by a point, is what I meant to say. So let's sim up to the trade deadline. Like I said, we're going to try to move some of our older guys. We're going to try to move Leddy and Klingberg, try to get some decent, picks back. So we are we're a seller. We're a seller. I wouldn't even say conservative. We're looking to sell off some of our team here. We know we're not making the playoffs. And so Drew Doughty on the block, Vince Dunn, Matthias Ekholm, Philip Deneau. Holy, why did I say it like that? So let's find a trade. Let's see what comes up here for those defensemen. I have a feeling not much is going to come up. So let me see right here. So we are looking at John Klingberg. Is anyone interested in John Klingberg? No. Okay. And then we are looking at Nick Leddy. Maybe someone would be interested in him. He's 82 overall, 34 years old. No trades found. We have a trade alert coming out in Anaheim. They're trading Troy Terry to the Oilers for 2 second round picks. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. The Oilers bulking up at the deadline, looking to make it to the finals once again. That is insane. Okay, so we couldn't find a trade for Nick Leddy. or John Klingberg. Looking at our lineup forward-wise, Jeff Skinner could be on the move. I mean, we could get something for him, I think. Liljegren's still young. I think we want him to be here for the future. We got a trade alert as we're discussing this. Dvorak and Gardner Hathaway are going to the Wild in exchange for Kumpalainen and Lambos. Okay, Ferraro has always been on the block. He's got a year left. I don't know if I want to move him, man. He's only 27 as well. He could be part of this team's future. Will Smith is too young. Tyler Toffoli could be a guy that could maybe get something. He's got a no trade clause as well. How many years left are on his contract here? 3 years at 33. He'd be here until 36. He's got a no trade clause. So until the last year of his contract, he's got a 17-team no trade list. So looks like Toffoli's stuck here. Mason Marchment's going to the Isles, and so is Tolvanen. Oh my God. All right. That is an interesting move. Wenberg also has a no trade clause. If we can look here, it is a 17-team no trade clause. Now, Wenberg, I wouldn't mind getting rid of. He could go to the Ducks. He could go. Okay, why does it do it like that? Okay, I don't know. The Devils are getting Ryan Poling and Harkin, so he can go to Anaheim, but we kind of want to send him to a team where he has a shot to win. So let's see what we got here. Maybe Winnipeg would be interested in him. So let's see if that would work out. I don't even know if he wants to go to Winnipeg. That's another thing. We're looking at the wrong team here. I figured as much. I was like, we had no 90 overalls on our team here. So we are looking, who are we looking at just now? Tyler Toffoli. No, so he does not want to go to Winnipeg. Columbus is making a move. They're getting a third. Okay, Trevor Moore is going to Columbus. That's the short of it. We got Vegas. Okay, so Vegas 30, 26, and 7. Would Toffoli want to go there? Toffoli does not want to play for Vegas. Canucks aren't doing great. Utah's doing pretty good. Would he want to go to Utah for the year? Does he have a chance to win? Does not want to go to Utah. The Leafs not doing great. Oh, as a Leafs fan, that kind of hurts to see. Tampa. Surely Toffoli would want to go to Tampa. Not even. Capitals making a move here. They are trading. I don't know how to pronounce any of those names. They're getting Warren Fogle. That's a little bit of a weird trade. St. Louis doing pretty good. Would Tyler Toffoli want to go to St. Louis? Tyler Toffoli, you love San Jose, I'm seeing. Seattle's doing pretty good this season too. We're trying to find a home for Tyler Toffoli. It's just not working. Would he want to go to Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh does have a good draft capital. Let's see if we can have a little conversation here. Clause option. Let's chat about your clause option. Is there another team you'd be willing to be traded to? Let's see. Let's see here. Honestly, I'm not feeling great here. I've been thinking about other options. I made my mind up immediately. I've made up my mind, and I'll submit my list immediately. All right, can we do it now, maybe? That'd be great. Still doesn't want to go to Pittsburgh. Okay. Wow, Ottawa's having themselves a year. Tyler Toffoli, would you like to go there? Let me see. Can you just waive it, maybe? Can you just waive your no trade clause? My trade list is already there, but I feel valued here, so I'm not going to fully waive my trade clause. We're joking here, right? Okay. Okay. Would he go to the Islanders? No, we got to start a conversation. Devils not doing too great. Would he go to the Nashville Predators? No, he wants to go to Anaheim, who's not doing great. I'm trying to send you to a team that has a chance to make the playoffs this year, and maybe you have a chance to win a cup. I don't know. LA, would you want to go to LA? Live in LA? You don't want to live in LA. That's crazy. Florida. Do we help Florida? I don't really want to help Florida. Vegas is making a move here. They are trading Connolly and a fourth to the Sabres in exchange for Kesserling, so that's just a depth move there. Toffoli does not want to go anywhere, man. Nowhere. Detroit would be funny out of all teams. No. Okay, I'm not too sure. Maybe we got to back out and come back in. I'm not too sure. Maybe we should have asked him about his no move clause before the trade deadline. Amateur move by GM Leafer, if you ask me here, okay? Good Lord. All right, let's see. We'll go this way this time around. Calgary. Would he want to go to Calgary? I'm looking at the wrong team once again. Pacioretty is going to the Wild, I believe, if I read that right. That's something. All right, so we're looking at Tyler Toffoli. Does not want to go to Calgary. Would he want to go to Carolina? Tyler Toffoli, no. So maybe we're gonna have to keep on Tyler Toffoli for the year, man. He does not want to go anywhere. I'm not really sure why the GM would give him a no trade clause, the GM before me, but here we are. This is what we're in right now. Now, if he wants to go to Anaheim, for some reason he wants to go to Anaheim, they're doing decent, actually, so maybe we can get him off. No, he doesn't even want to go to Anaheim. Okay, cool. So with that being said, we're going to stop and try to trade for Tyler Toffoli. It looks like we might not even make a move this deadline with all these no trade clauses. These guys all have no trade clause. I wish there was a way. Maybe there is a way. Maybe you guys got to let me know for next episode. Is there a way for me to find out what... Oh, okay, their trade list is right here. Okay, so... Oh, we got a trade offer coming in. Mario Ferraro and a 4th-round pick to Detroit for John Gibson, a 3rd and a 4th. Detroit, kindly just get out of here. Respectfully. Okay, so now we know how to check the team's no trade list. And you guys watching this video are probably screaming at me right now, and I apologize. So... Tyler Toffoli, where would he want to be traded to? That is what I'm looking at. The Maple Leafs. Okay, that's the only team on his list that he wants to go to is the Toronto Maple Leafs. That is interesting to say the least. So let's see. We can move Tyler Toffoli. We got another trade alert here. Seattle's trading Lindgren to Detroit for a 2nd and Johansson. Okay, so the Leafs are over on cap. The Leafs have Connor McDavid. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. All right. Let's see who we can get off of the Maple Leafs. What's the trade value on Toffoli? It's decent, so maybe we can get someone a little decent here. Maybe a Nick Robertson, who hasn't really fit in with the Leafs. He's got a year left. He's probably not happy with his situation. Now, we would be over the cap is what I'm seeing. Under the league minimum cap. Okay, so we need someone with some salary coming back here that probably has like little to no trade value. So maybe a David Camp would be good. We're going to need more than that. Oh my goodness, this team is a bottom feeder. Okay, I want to make this work because I think Nick Robertson would be a very good trade for us. Dakota Joshua at $3 million. He's got 3 years left though. Camp has 2. Like I'm okay with taking on that contract. Carlo doesn't make sense. Calle Yarncroke's another guy that probably wants to get out of Toronto. Now we're over on skaters, which is fine. Who else would they like? Who else are they interested in? Skaters matching the block here. They want Mario Ferraro. They want Liljegren back, which is kind of funny to me. Does John Klingberg want to go back to Toronto? That is the question here. It does look like it, actually. What's his cap hit, though? 4.2. We're going to need to keep him. We need someone with low cap that we can get rid of. Maybe Lund can go the other way. We would still have more than 45. This is... No, but Lund's 21, man. Okay, let's not do Lund. Let's do someone older. Oh my god, man. Someone older that does not have a lot of cap. And it doesn't look like... That's just skaters matching the block. So maybe let's not do skaters matching the block. Let's do oldest here. Barclay Goodrow has a no move or no trade clause, a modified no trade clause. Is he interested in going to the Leafs? He is. So Barclay Goodrow could be one. But again, that's a high cap hit. So I don't know if that's going to work. Nick Cousins could be one. We just did pick him up, so that could work. Colin White could be one as well. Okay, so now Toronto would be over. Let's say we want to keep Barclay Goodrow. We would now be under the league cap still. My goodness. Okay, I don't know how... I don't think this is going to work, man. We cannot get Nick Robertson. We cannot trade Tyler Toffoli because of his $6.3 million cap hit. Now, if we wanted to just get Nick Robertson, he does have value. I kind of do want Nick Robertson because I could see an upside for Nicky Bobby, to be honest. 14 goals, 37 assists. His role is a third-line scoring forward. He could be a top 6 forward, so I do like seeing that. Who can we get rid of here that doesn't have that high of a cap hit, that isn't part of our future? Now, Tyler Toffoli would have been perfect, but we'd be under the league cap. Maybe we retain on Tyler Toffoli. If we can go 50%, maybe that would help us, actually. Let's see. Okay. Maybe we can retain on Tyler Toffoli. He's got, what, a couple years left, if I'm not mistaken here. So I wouldn't mind doing that. So we would still be under the league minimum cap. The Leafs still need to move someone else. So I would definitely be okay with taking on who were we looking at before? Oh my god, my short-term memory is insane. It was David Camp and Calle Yarncroke. I cannot find them for the life of me here for some reason. David Camp and Calle Yarncroke. Would that work? Okay, what if it's just one of them? We would have 45 skaters. Oh my god, dude, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. Okay, who would we get rid of that we don't really need? I said Nick Leddy was not Nick Leddy. Who do we just pick up off of waivers, man? From Ottawa, Nick Cousins. Would this work? So Toronto would still be over the league salary. We can retain Nick Cousins here. This is insane, dude. Toronto, man. This is not easy here. All right. I don't know if we could even take on Calle Yarncroke because then we got to give up someone else as well. Calle Yarncroke's probably a left winger now that I'm looking at it. Is Calle Yarncroke a center? No. No game. He isn't. Anyways, now we would still be over. So Nick Cousins was one guy we were okay with getting rid of. Looking at the older end of things with a lower end salary cap, Colin White could be one of those guys too. San Jose would have traded 3 more players with retained salary. Oh my goodness gracious, dude. Okay, we got a trade offer coming in. For some reason, Detroit wants to offload John Gibson. I don't really want John Gibson, so thank you. Nick Cousins, so we can't retain on him. Now, Toronto's still over the league minimum salary. I don't think this deal is going to work. As much as I want Nicky Bobby, I don't think this is going to work. We need someone with low-end trade value. Like, would a Stevie Lorentz work? Yeah, it would, but now we're over on 45 skaters, and I don't know who else to give up. So I don't think this trade deadline has gone horribly for GM Leafer. Absolutely horrible. I'm sick to my stomach just watching myself do this right now. I apologize to you guys. This would not work either. Toronto would still be over the league minimum cap. Can we retain on Gunstrom maybe at least? Do 36%. Who else are we retaining on? I just don't know. So this trade's not going to work. Unfortunately, Tyler Toffoli is not going to be going. So for the time being, we're going to look at our defensemen. Maybe Nicky Bobby, someone we pick up in free agency eventually. So we were looking at Klingberg. So what's Klingberg's no trade clause here, or modified no trade clause? The Ducks, the Bruins, the Flames, the Hurricanes, the Blackhawks, the Jackets, the Wings, the Oilers, the Kings, the Wild. Okay, so he's got a pretty decent amount of teams here. Now, who could we get rid of him to? The Rangers aren't doing great. So their draft picks would be pretty high, but it would make no sense to move him there. I'm thinking maybe like an Edmonton or a Carolina, someone who can give Klingberg a chance to win. So let's look at Carolina's situation. They do have the cap for him. So maybe we send John Klingberg off to Carolina and just get, I don't know if there's any rookie skaters that we can get here that have like a low-end trade value that could be something. Nadeau, top 9 forward potential, not too bad. He is 20, a 76 overall, so maybe we do this. We'd be under the league cap. So this is the issue, is we just don't have cap to be given away. So we're kind of handcuffed at the deadline here. We want to get rid of these players. We can't because we're going to be under the league minimum cap. I just don't really know what to do here. I just don't think this is going to work. Like, we can take Hakanpää, like Mike Riley, and we're over 45 skaters. Now we're under the league cap. So this is just not going to work, guys. Unfortunately, it looks like this is going to be a dud of a trade deadline, man. We can't get rid of anyone. Vinny Desharnais, 29, 80 overall. Maybe we can find him a home. I saw Detroit was interested in him. If Detroit wants Vinny Desharnais, we can definitely get that done here. So let's look at Detroit. They want Vinny Desharnais. We need someone coming back our way here that has some cap. Any young defenseman with cap? Yeah, Johansson here. Potential to be a top 6 defenseman. We could take that shot there. Maybe we just do a 1-for-1. Vinny Desharnais, who is 29 years old. I don't think, he has much potential. Johansson is a 25-year-old. We could have some more years in Albert Johansson. So let's do that trade. That is accepted. So our first trade as GM of the San Jose Sharks is a minor trade. It's what we could do. It's decent. It is what it is. Ah, man. Okay. And then looking here, I don't think there's anyone else that we could really get rid of that has like not that high of a cap hit. Like Barclay Goodrow could go, but what are we going to get for his trade value there? Jeff Skinner could go. Where does he want to go? We could owe it to him to make the playoffs again. Bruins, Blackhawks, Red Wings, Edmonton, the Canadiens. Oh, okay, so he's interested in the Penguins. So we could send him to Pittsburgh, who are having a pretty decent year here. So where is Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh's right here. And the trade deadline is complete. So kind of a dud of a trade deadline here. We made the last trade of the trade deadline. I don't mind the trade that we made. Age-wise, it made sense. They were about the same kind of player. I see more of an upside with Albert Johansson. Kind of tough. So next year, we got to make sure we're close to that cap, even if we don't need to be. And then we can start making trades towards the end of the deadline there. So that's a little tough. We're going to sim to the end of the season here. Oh my goodness, man. I'm sorry, boys. That was a dud of a trade deadline. I was kind of handcuffed with the salary cap situation, so it just kind of is what it is, man. So let's get through the rest of the season. Hopefully, the San Jose Sharks can end the regular season in last place in the NHL, and we can get that first overall pick helping us here, okay? So let's go view the draft class. Let's see what's going on with the draft class. So we got a defenseman that is supposed to go number 1. We got a gem in Belchets. But right now we're looking at Goldobin. We do need defensemen. He would be good. He's a defensive defenseman. 45 games played. He's got 5 goals, 8 assists. Wow, looking at this. Strength, shutdown ability, heavy slap shot, and mobility. A- at shooting, B at puck skill, A- at senses, A- at skating, A+ physical, B at defense. Personality, takes winning seriously, has an incredible drive to win. Loyalty is a concern. Oof. Similar style to Marc-Edouard Vlasic, so he would fit perfectly for the San Jose Sharks, and he is NHL ready, so he would be great at number 1. Giordano at number 2 is unknown. Okay, so we got some options here. So we're hoping to win the first overall pick this year. If that is possible, that would be lovely. That will happen in the next video probably. We'll sim through all the playoffs. We'll see what the draft picks are going to be for the year, and go from there, man. So we're losing, and I'm loving it. Oh my god, look at this losing streak. Actually, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 game losing streak until we won against the Jackets, and now we're on a 3-game win streak. Let's stop with that. We lose to the Leafs. Beautiful, lovely jubbly. Let's keep on losing, boys. Love it. We got a point against the Preds. Not great. A loss against the Blackhawks. Good. Edmonton beats us. Love it. We win against Anaheim. Don't love that. Vancouver, please beat us. We would love that. They're having a rough year too, and we win that game. That's not great. A loss against the Sharks. 2 games left on the season, and they're both losses. Okay, so let's see. Have everyone played 82 games in the NHL? They have. All right, so let's go take a look at the standings here and take a look at everyone as well. Okay, so let's go to the standings. I hit the wrong button. That is my bad. Let's go look at the standings here. All right, so first things first, we'll check the standings, then we'll check everyone's points and everything like that. Now, looking at the entire league, who finished in last? It was the San Jose Sharks by kind of a large, not a large margin, but a decent margin. The Sabres did, okay, wait, no, well, I don't know why we're doing that. So we came in last year, then it was the Canucks, then the Sabres, then the Rangers. Okay, so we have a good shot at winning that first overall pick. That is what we were looking for. Now, looking at our players here, point-wise, we got Eklund here, 23 years old. He's up to a 90 overall. He had 26 goals and 39 assists for 65 points. Celebrini, who is now up to an 88, has 62 points. He did pretty good on the year. Toffoli with 57. Will Smith with 48. Will Smith is at an 84. We need that to go up next year. Now, looking at the minors, the guy that I did want to look at was Quinton Musty, see how he did. Okay, so towards the end of the year, we did put him on the second line. If only we had him there for the majority of the year, who knows what he could have done. So we'll see how he does next year. So we have a chance to get him the first overall pick. That is lovely to see. We are going to pretty much just sim to the draft, and next video will be our off season. I just want to see if we do end up getting that first round pick this year. So let's simulate this and see where we end up, see who wins the cup this year as well. The playoffs are completed, and the Montreal Canadiens won the Stanley Cup. The Calder Cup champions are going to the Calgary Wranglers. Okay. Yeah, and we did not get the first overall pick. Anaheim moved up from 7 to 1. Are we joking me, game? Okay, Carolina gets a second round pick. They moved from 5 to 2. We get the third overall pick. Vancouver with the 4th and Buffalo with the 5th. So we went down 2 spots. That is insanity. Okay, so let's go view the draft class, see if anything changed. Who are we getting at number 3 potentially? CS ranking. Number 3 is a center, Jared Siffers. I don't really know if we need a center, man, but 36 goals, 56 assists. He had a very good year. He looks really good. 200-foot game. We do like that. Puck protecting and goal scoring. He's very friendly but keeps to himself. He's a similar style to Sean Couturier and NHL ready. So still a good player that we could be getting at number 3. We got Ron Giordano, who's supposed to go at number 2. He had himself a great year as well. Kind of similar to who we were just looking at. His similar style is Nicholas Backstrom. So either of those guys would be great. A defenseman would be good. One that we could get is Marcus Seidenberg. 60 games played, 10 goals, 44 assists. Defensive defenseman. Looks pretty good too. Shutdown ability, heavy slap shot, and mobility. Mark-Edward Vlasic as well. So let me know, boys, in the comment section down below going into next video. If we want a defenseman, which I think is the smart move, do we trade down to the 5th or 4th overall pick and try to get Seidenberg here? Or do we just say F it and get Jared Cyphers? Let me know in the comments section down below. They are saying that Steinberg is a hidden gem, which I'm not too sure why, but let me know what we should be doing with our 3rd overall pick come this year, all right? View retired players. Let's see if anyone has retired from the San Jose Sharks. It's possible that someone has. No one has. Pretty crazy. We do have a lot of old guys on the team, so that's that. And yeah, so what I want to go do quickly, is go look at what happened in the playoffs here. So looking at the playoff tree, how did the Montreal Canadiens get to where they were? So the Leafs lost 4-1 to the Lightning, okay? The Canes, we're looking at Montreal. Montreal beat the Islanders after taking Noah Dobson from them 4-2. They then beat the Carolina Hurricanes 4-1. They then beat the Senators 4-3, and then beat the St. Louis Blues in the Cup Finals in 7. That is absolutely crazy. Now, we are looking at the wrong thing. I wanted to go look at the awards. Let's see who won what this year. So the Cup goes to the Canadiens. President's Trophy went to the Lightning. The Campbell went to the Blues. Prince of Wallace went to the Canadiens. Now, individual awards. The Art Ross went to Nikita Kucherov. He is on a 3-year streak of winning the Art Ross. The Hart Memorial went to Nikita Kucherov. The James Norris went to Cale Makar, winning it in back-to-back years. The Lady Byng going to Nazem the Dream Kadri. The Calder Memorial going to Demidov, who is now a Stanley Cup champion. The Conn Smythe going to Nick Suzuki. The Vezina going to Linus Allmark. The Senators did have a crazy year, so that does make sense. The Jennings also going to Allmark. The Bill Masterton Trophy going to Sebastian Aho. The Jack Adams going to Jeff Blashill in Chicago. The Frank J. Selke Trophy going to Sid, not so much the Kid Crosby. The Ted Lindsay going to Nikita Kucherov, who has cleaned up this year. Maurice Richard going to Kucherov, continuing to clean up. The Art Ross going to Nikita Kucherov. And that is everything. I believe the Art Ross is what we started with. So Nikita Kucherov cleaned up in the awards section. So guys, that is going to be it for episode 2 of our San Jose Sharks franchise mode. Let me know in the comment section down below what our plan is for the draft. What should we be doing with our San Jose Sharks? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.